turning the sea into land, something the small island nation of Singapore has been doing for years through land reclamation. It now has 22% more land than when it was a British colony in the 1950s. But there's a storm brewing over just where the sand has been coming from to help Singapore grow. Most of it comes from here in Cambodia, where recent sand dredging, some 500 tons, has caused massive damage in Kho Khan province.
We are concerned that the sand dredging here is destroying the aquatic life and the biodiversity, especially the mangrove forest.
And that means trouble for those who have relied on the river for their living for generations.
The fish habitat has been lost. Importantly, their spawning ground is lost. They mostly live on the riverbed. When the sand is completely dredged, all the fish and crabs disappear.
A situation replicated in many fishing villages along this stretch of Cambodia's southwestern coastline. The United Nations, this is its regional headquarters in Bangkok, has a database called UN TradeCom. Its numbers indicate a huge discrepancy in the amount of sand Cambodia says it has exported to Singapore and what Singapore says it has imported. Over the last 9 years, it's a difference worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Cambodia says it only sold $5 million worth of sand. Singapore says it bought $752 million worth. The export of sand is private enterprise in Cambodia, but those figures work out to about $90 million that should have been paid in taxes. So not only are the people in the dredging areas living through the adverse environmental impact, they are not seeing economic benefit from the sand being exported. The Cambodian Minister for Mines and Energy was called in front of opposition party members earlier in December. He was asked to explain the discrepancy in the export figure.
The minister will negotiate with Singapore about why there is such a big difference in the ministry's figure and the figure from the Singapore customs.
But government explanations won't change the damage that's already been done. These villagers perform a Buddhist blessing ceremony, hoping the remaining mangroves can be protected. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.